What's up guys, it's Kamahley here, and I'm going to show you guys what it takes to become a pro player and some tips as how you can become a great player yourself. I really appreciate it if you guys drop a like and drop a sub. Also, to support me, use creator code Kamahley in the item shop. And without further ado, let's get in the video. What's up guys, and as you guys know, being a pro player is not easy, whether it's Fortnite or any other game out there. And especially being in Fortnite, being one of the most mechanical, skilled games ever, is gonna be even harder to become a Fortnite pro. But I'm here to tell you guys that it isn't impossible, especially if you're passionate about it. Now, before I even start, I already know I'm gonna get comments like, how are you gonna tell us to be a pro and you're not even a pro? But in fact, I have 1,000 hours in Roblox. I'm trolling. But on a real note, I've watched a lot of pro players on Twitch and YouTube, and also I've watched a lot of good players that became pros, and I understand exactly what it takes to become a pro. Now, me saying this doesn't mean that I use my own tips, nor do I want to become a pro myself, but I want to give you guys a really good understanding, especially you guys that do want to become a pro, and how you can get started on it. Step 1 is definitely going to be the time it takes. I'm telling you guys now that players like Benji, Mongraal, Booga, Clicks did not just hop on the game, play for at least 3 hours a day, and all of a sudden, they were the best players in the world. When you guys really want something, you have to try to put as much time as you can into it, especially if you believe you can do it. So when it comes to being a lot of time on the game, I'm not talking any baby hours. I'm talking putting in at least 6 to 8 hours a day on playing Fortnite. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but it's a lot of pro players who even go way farther than that to get themselves to a high level. If you guys don't believe me, you can listen to it from Clicks himself.
It's like people think that you're able to just get away with practicing only like 3 hours a day. But boys, you literally, if you want to become a professional gamer, you need to drop everything.
Now, him saying that you need to drop everything is a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but you really need to put in a lot of time. Now, when it comes to having this much time to playing, if you do have this much time, you do have to have a good time management on what you do on Fortnite. Because you are on Fortnite for 8 hours a day, but you're literally just playing pubs for fun, you're not going to reach that level. You really do want to be practicing everything that you need to be getting better at, as well as a lot of scrimming, especially if you're going for that high competitive player tier list. I have videos to teach you guys how to become better competitive players with practice routines and warm-up routines, so you can go check those out. Right now is probably the best time to put a lot of time into Fortnite to become a pro because of the coronavirus. Stay safe, by the way, everybody. But on the usual, you guys would have school. But here's an example, guys. So there's 24 hours in a day. Let's say you minus 8 from that 24 hours to sleep. That's 16 hours. Now you guys have school. If I'm not stupid, most schools are usually around 6 hours. So that leaves you with 10 hours in a day. Now you minus at least 2 hours to do homework. And now you have at least 8 hours left. And with those 8 hours or more, if you're a smart guy and finish your homework really quick, you definitely should make a consistent routine that you do every time you get on the game. Like, for example, this hours you go and practice in creative, and then after you go play scrims, and then you go play a solo cashy or something. You want to just keep consistent to those routines until you start seeing a lot of improvement. And if you don't, you can switch it up to try something else that would help you improve. Now, obviously, everyone's situation is different. Whether it comes to you having a bedtime or you having to do this, everyone's life is different. So I can't tell you guys individually how you can have more time. If you really have a passion about it, then that's something you'd have to figure out yourself. But what you can do is go and get a sheet, write down 24 hours in a day, write down everything that you do, look what's not too much important to you. You can take that out or reduce the time of it, and then you can have more time in a day. Now guys, the next factor is definitely going to be your mentality. If you want to become a pro player or you want to just be really good at competitive, you have to have a really good mindset. Now, you cannot come in to try to do something like this with a negative mindset, especially with a give up mindset. You literally cannot give up. Stuff like this takes time and it's not easy. Now, when I say have a positive mindset, doesn't just mean that every time you're on the game and you die, you just can't get mad. You're not gonna die and be like, yay, I'm so happy I died. Like, that doesn't happen.
Oh. Hey, GG's, bro. Good fight, man. I really like having a balanced fight. GG.
But when you do die and you get angry, or you're losing in a tournament and you're not doing good, having a good mindset is having the ability to come back from that. A player with a really good mindset is like Benji Fishy. If you ever watch any of his solo cash cups or any of his streams, he had so many solo cash cups where he would be doing bad and just come out of nowhere and just come right on top or even win the whole thing. Now, I have videos on how you can improve your mindset or your mentality, but mindset isn't something you can really easily be taught. It's either you already have a good mindset or you just acquire it over time as you go along. But I know that you watching this video right now already have an okay mindset because you're watching this video to learn, and that's one of the first steps to getting a better mindset. Now, one of the most overlooked factors to becoming a better player or a pro player is definitely going to be your surroundings. I know when you guys watch players like Booga, Clicks, or Unknown, and you see any of them play any competitive tournament, especially solos, they always have their friends in the background of Discord. Not only because they can be really supportive, but just for the reason that just having someone playing the same cup as you or doing something like that with you can just be so much more comforting to know that you're not just there tilting alone, and they also can help you along the way, as in mentality wise, by the way, not teaming. Whenever your mentality is going down or downhill, having those positive mindset of friends to vibe with will always help you. Especially if you guys have the same type of long-term goal, it's going to be even good to get better with those type of people. Having a lot of friends that play Fortnite as well is really good, especially when they're around your skill level or even better than you, because every time you hop on Fortnite, you don't have to search a Discord for random people to play with. You always have your friends in that Discord to start 1v1ing and to warm up with. It just makes everything even faster and simpler. Now, one of the biggest factors that a lot of pro players didn't have then that we do have now is definitely going to be VOD reviewing and watching a lot of people play. Back then in the old seasons, it wasn't that many pros, especially that many pros streaming for you to watch to improve on. Like, a lot of pro players then had to learn everything basically and just do it themselves. But now we have so many more resources than they did. We have YouTube with a whole bunch of VOD reviews, tips and tricks, and you can go on Twitch and find like a gazillion Fortnite streamers now, everyone teaching you new and different ways to play, and you can just continue on to learn like this. Like, watching VODs or watching any type of Twitch can really improve your game sense so much without you even playing that it's not even funny. Now, another tip is every time you guys hop on, you always want to set goals for yourself. And by goals, you can be goals like placement or a move that you couldn't do in creative that you can do now, beating somebody that you can't normally beat. Just any goal to show yourself that you're really starting to improve at the game. Goals like going to play wagers and you're winning more money. Set a lot of different type of goals for yourself to just show yourself that you're improving, and it gives you that more confidence or motivation to just keep on going. Now, it's okay if you're setting goals and you're not reaching it, because that's why you keep on playing. Now, you're setting this goal, so even if you fail, you know you still have a goal in the long term. So it gives you a reason to keep hopping on the game and trying to do better every single time. Now, let's say you start doing better, you start making a little bit of money or whatever you're doing. The first thing you want to do is always upgrade your setup. You having those extra FPS or that little bit better ping can be the reason between you killing someone and not. If you have bad specs or like a bad setup, it's going to be even more harder to become a pro, because those high tier players do have pretty good setups. So try your best to upgrade your setup. I know it's always harder when you're younger, but it's always some ways to gain some money to do your setup. A factor like having a good setup or a bad setup can literally be the reason why you're not already a pro player. Now, the last thing I want to tell you guys is if you're starting to become a better competitive player, please stream on Twitch, on YouTube, or upload on YouTube. Now, the reason I say this is because why would you want to spend countless hours practicing, scrimming, and everything just to get good and then get no type of recognition? Now, you don't have to do this just for the recognition itself, but anything can happen when you're a pro player and you can lose any of it. So you always want to have a little bit of content creation on the side. Also, having your fans hype you up is a really good confidence booster, and having good confidence can lead to you becoming even a better player. So guys, all in all, make sure you find the time, have really good time management, make good practicing routines, have a good mentality, keep a good surrounding and just keep a motivation for the game. And I guarantee that you guys can do it. Good luck. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if that helped or you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like and drop a sub. Also, to support me, use creator code Kamahley in Item Shop. This is Kamahley.